Hello everyone and welcome back to Every Other Saturday. So in today's video we're going to discuss the penultimate game of the season, Livingston away at the Tony Macaroni. Now it might be the penultimate game of a season that already is done and dusted, the trophy's almost in the cabinet, but this is a game that's not going to be nice and simple for us. But first guys, as always, thank you very much for watching the videos and getting involved. If you haven't done so already, please consider giving us a wee subscribe, liking the videos and sharing it all over your socials as well. Helps us get out to as many people as possible and keep that channel growing. We've done well so far this season, really late in the season to start this channel, but we managed to get 219 subscribers, so we're looking to get up above the 220 mark before the end of the season. It would be brilliant. So thanks again everybody for getting involved and helping the channel get out to as many people as possible. But let's not waste any more time now guys and dive straight into today's video.
Every other Saturday's my half day off, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wander down the couplet.
Now guys, this video might be ever so slightly shorter than normal because let's not waste any time about this. We know exactly the type of team we're coming up against. We know that it's going to be a Livingston side with a Martindale touch to it. We know that he's came out, he's changed the squad to give it that wee bit more of a kind of attacking threat. He's went on the undefeated run that he's had. We've still got the strength and defence from them, and this is why he is up there alongside Steven Gerrard for the Manager of the Year. Now with that being said, we know that they're a team that can be broke down, but we know we need to give them that chance not to get through our defence, because let's not be kidded, we're going to be depleted, but we will be getting to that in the rest of the video. So Livingston need the respect they deserve. It is this plastic pitch. We will have a depleted and makeshift side. So what will we be bringing to the game? Get down in that comment section below and let me know exactly what you're thinking. I want to know what your thoughts on this game are, so sound off down there and let me know. Now with the team that we can almost guess that they'll bring, who exactly is it for us that's going to start? Because we have depleted squad. Now that there is an understatement. We are missing 9 players, key players, not all starters, but they're very key to us, especially when we've got one wing back left in the squad. We've got no Barisic, we've got no Bassey, and we've got no Patterson as well. We're missing centre backs, we're missing midfielders. It's all over the park. So knowing that we don't have a standard left back, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Joe Aribo step in for us and play like he knows that we know that he can, and step into a position and do a job for us. But this again gives us this middle of the park gap. Who's going to be stepping in? So again, I haven't asked you guys, but I want to hear you this time in the comment section below. Rather than on Facebook, I want to get you down in the comment section below and let me know exactly who you think is going to be starting, because this time it's one of those teams that's probably going to be put in the field that would give most of us the fear, because it would be players in and out of position. I feel like we could maybe start with 2 strikers as well. It's one of those games where I just don't know which way it's going to go. So I've not gave us a graphic today to look at, but I want to know exactly what you're thinking down in the comments. But this point here that we have with the 9 players that are out and the lack of, let's just say, strength and depth that we're used to having in that squad, this is where you have all of these guys that are sitting there behind their keyboards and saying that Rangers have managed to get where they are because they've had no problems, they've had no COVID issues or injuries. This is what happens to a team that looks like it's going to go unnoticed, this 9-player absence, because we're looking to stay undefeated, and even the team we put out, be it depleted or not, I feel like we're still going to get the same attitude off them, because it matters far too much now. Penultimate game of the season, so close to getting to Pittodrie to get that trophy. It's going to have to be undefeated for me now. The guys, this has got to be their big focus. And no matter who starts and in what position, we know we're going to get that quality. Yes, we've seen it dip a wee bit ever since we won the trophy, but let's not be kidded. Look at the season they've had. Yes, it's maybe not been up to scratch, shall we say, since the start of the season, but it's still a winning team and an undefeated team in the league. So with that being said about the game, if I'm brutally honest, I feel that we're going to come out with a professional performance, but we're going to come up against a team that don't want beat either. And yes, their season's over and they've nothing to really fight or play for. They've managed to get to the top 6. They've ticked the box that they needed to do. They've done well. Martindale's got himself into contention for Manager of the Year. Livingston can't really be asking for much more, but they've got one thing that they could achieve with this game and this game only, is stopping Rangers' undefeated season. So there's a chance there that there's a wee carrot dangling for them, that they might go out and maybe just apply that wee bit extra pressure. Especially we've also got the clean sheet record and things like that as well. So will they go out to try and take that? Who knows? But this is what I feel that we're going to get from them. We're going to get the professional performance, but we're going to come up against a professional side as well that aren't going to just lie down. Now I've seen them saying that there's maybe one eye and 1 foot on the plane and one eye on the beach and all this carry on, but it's possible, yes, but I still think we're going to see a well structured side tomorrow night. So taking that all into consideration, this is why when it comes to scorelines for myself, I believe we're going to see a well-oiled, drilled, professional 1-0 win from Rangers, because we have that plastic pitch, we have lack of players, we're going to have a pretty fired up side against us, I would say, but I still feel we've got the win. I feel that we've got the clean sheet, 1 goal, and that goal scorer for myself has to be Alfredo Morelos for me. I feel like he's on a wee bit of a high after scoring again against Celtic. He's going to want more. Let's face it, towards the end of the season, let's get Morelos as many goals as physically possible. Fantastic for him. I want to see this celebration one more time. It was fantastic. So to be fair, I think that kind of wraps up the preview of the game. We know what we're expecting. We know what's going to come out. We know we're depleted. So there's not really much else to kind of dive into. But I want to touch on another couple of things just before we get by with the video today. I want to kind of have a wee thought and a wee discussion about the Lowland League carry on that's going on. Now I've listened to a couple of things on YouTube, I've read a few things online, and I can't see anybody other than Rangers and Celtic coming out and exactly voicing the true opinion of what they're trying to achieve. Because yes, there can be some of these Lowland leagues and Lowland teams, that are a wee bit pissed off, I suppose, about Rangers and Celtic putting the Colts teams in and taking their place. But see, at the end of the day, these people will be financially reimbursed. Rangers and Celtic putting their players, their young boys, putting them in against men, playing with games that mean something, that mean points, that mean maybe not so much promotion and relegation. I appreciate there's not very many trophies to win, because that's not the point of the exercise, but getting them to play against these teams that the games all matter, rather than, let's not be kidded, the bounce games. This is how Scotland gets their teams and gets their players to start getting that wee bit extra experience and puts them in that position where winning games and winning points and every tackle matters, all that carry on, boosts the Scottish game. Now I'll be brutally honest, I'm not really one for the Scottish game in general. Rangers are the only thing I really focus on and the only thing that matters to me, but watching teams like Rangers and Celtic doing what they're trying to do, I think it's the right thing. I really do, because look at the players that we can produce when we don't have that. It takes them a wee bit longer to get in. They have to go out on loan. We've got 14, 15 players out on loan, same as Celtic. They're doing that kind of thing. And again, not touching on Celtic too much here because it doesn't really bother me, but when they have their signing issues that they've had, if we had these players coming through, there would be more of a chance for us to actually promote these players from within. Now this was kind of half my argument when we were in the lower leagues. Now I know that thing for us was to get back up as quick as possible, and playing the boys all the way through didn't always, well, fit everybody's way of thinking, shall we say, because we needed to get back to where we belonged. But that was our prime time for us to play the boys in my eyes. I liked that idea, but we didn't. We got up and we did what we did, but getting this opportunity to get the Colts teams in, playing against men, playing with games that matter, I think that's one fantastic way to start spreading the game around and start getting these boys the experience they need to grow as players. To, as it was said, I think it was Alec Ray on the Scottish phone-in, where finding the level, whether it be Premier League or lower league or Championship or maybe moving on down to England, this is where they can find exactly the type of level of football that they're at, either improve, accept it, or maybe walk away from things. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's something for us to progress with, and I feel like stopping something like this happening, and I mean it's not just Rangers and Celtic that could be doing this. You could have any other team that have the ability to do it. You could have these players doing exactly the same thing. And with that, I think it's the best thing to kind of progress these kids on and get them in to become more of an asset or a team player, rather than somebody that sits on the bench as an also or a maybe kind of player. But guys, let me know exactly what you think on that topic. Let me know exactly what you're thinking about the Colts going down into the lower leagues and starting to build a wee bit more experience for themselves. Get down there, sound off in that comment section below, and let me know what your thoughts and your feelings are on it. Now, one last thing I want to touch on just before we get going, guys, is I just want to say a massive congratulations to all of the players that were involved and the Player of the Year nominations and stuff like that. It's just brilliant to see a whitewash of Rangers players. It really, really is. It was obvious to me, to be fair, when you start thinking of all the candidates. It really is obvious. Not gonna sit here and lie and say that there's anybody in the Celtic squad that deserves to be up there. I think the best player this year has far and away been Turnbull, and he's still not up to the class that we are. So all of those players sitting in that position, rightly so in my eyes. And when it comes to Manager of the Year as well, I think it's writing on the wall that Steven Gerrard's going to win it. I don't think that Steve Clarke should win it because it's domestic football. Yes, I think he's in there for the right reasons, putting Scotland to where they are. Fantastic, well done to him. But domestic football alone, I think we'll leave Steve Clarke out of it. Yeah, you've got your opportunity for the other two to maybe do something about it. Callum Davidson wins 2 trophies. Yes, there's a reason for him to get that. And again, Martindale, I'm trying not to be too nasty towards Martindale here, but having an undefeated streak that he's done, kept himself in the top 6, it's not really the same level for me as Gerrard and maybe possibly Davidson. So again, maybe it's just a tinted blue glasses from myself, but I think it'll be a Steven Gerrard whitewash for me. But that about does us for today's video, guys. Thanks again for sticking around and watching this one. All of you new subscribers and stuff like that, thank you so much for jumping on the bandwagon and watching this guy talk about Rangers things. It's absolutely fantastic. It means so much for you guys to keep continuing to watch, smashing the like button, subscribing away. It is fantastic, so thank you so much. But can't wait for the game tomorrow. Get down in that comment section below and let me know exactly what you're thinking. I'll do my best to get back to as many people as I can. But hopefully, mix up of a team tomorrow, but good performance for us. 3 points and get us to Aberdeen, and it becomes trophy day. But as always, guys, this has been Every Other Saturday, and I will see you on the next one.